Alright guys, there's only one problem here, that's user error. Alright guys, so welcome back to the video here. This video was supposed to be about making a new battery pack for my 18650 powerbox and generator, but ended up running into a big problem, as you saw before, smoke coming from the BMS. So it was a simple problem here. When I actually built this battery on the balance leads, I actually reversed the wires 2 and 6 when I was looking at the connector in an opposite direction. So that's the whole gist of the story here, is that I finally figured it out thanks to some help on the DIY Powerwall forum on Facebook. But if you want to watch the rest of the video, this is just me going through a basic build of an 18650 battery pack. Now these are LG cells that I purchased from a recycler online, and they're coming from modem battery packs. Now the size of this battery is going to be 7S10P, and each cell is going to be on average about 2.5 amp hours. At 25.9 nominal volts, this battery pack is going to come in just under 650 watt hours. So I like to make sure that the cells are within a couple hundredths of a volt of each other. I'll go through and test all my cells to make sure they're pretty close. I've previously gone through each cell, charged, discharged, and recharged the battery to find out each capacity in milliamps. I use a spreadsheet to categorize and list all the capacities of each battery that I enter in the 7S10P pack. You'll see here that once I get done entering each cell into the computer, I go ahead and transfer it to the other tray. Once I've entered all the capacities into the spreadsheet, I simply copy and paste this information over to a website called Repacker. Now Repacker is really an amazing program for free. It allows a user to set up similar capacity group cells by using the information that you enter from your spreadsheet. This is really helpful in building a battery that is really well balanced for each cell group. Once the data is available in Repacker, I simply copy and paste that back over to the spreadsheet, and I start organizing and building each of the cell groups that Repacker has designed for me. All I have to do is find each cell and put it in group order. Once I'm done organizing the cells, it's now time to go ahead and cut the nickel strip for each row of batteries. Now this is pure nickel strip, not to be confused with metal strip that's plated in nickel. You want to be sure you use the real stuff, the pure nickel strip. Now with the size and thickness of the nickel strip, I can do about 5 amps on each group of parallel cells. So in 7S would be about 35 amps. That's perfect because I'm not going to draw more than 20 amps from this battery pack. So the next step here is to go ahead and spot weld each nickel strip to each row of parallel batteries. I always start with the negative side of the battery. It just helps me keep track of where I'm at and so forth. Then I'll go ahead and spot weld individual fuses from the positive side of the battery to the negative nickel strip. So spot welding the fuses on each positive end of the battery is quite a challenge here. It's because you don't have a lot to grab onto, so you have to take your time here and make sure you get good spot welds. With all the spot welding done now, it's now time to focus on the BMS and attaching that. Before attaching the BMS, I want to show you the original battery pack here along with the new build. You can see the 7S10P on the left is much bigger and more powerful than the original Veruzen kit I used for a 7S6P battery. The Veruzen battery build is about 310 watt hours. It's a 12 amp hour battery at 25.9 nominal volts. The new battery build is 25 amps at 25.9 volts, equals about just under 650 watt hours. There's just over 100% increase in battery power from the original Veruzen to the new battery build. Here I'm attaching the BMS. I work on the negative side first and then the positive. Be sure to check out the video on my channel which features the build of a 7S BMS. So now we're getting to the end of the video here, back to the original spot where the BMS is starting to smoke. So again here, the issue was that lines 2 and 6 on the balance cables were reversed. This was my error, I own that, and it's time to move forward. Having said that, unfortunately it takes about 20 days to get a new BMS because I ordered them directly off AliExpress and they ship directly from China. There's definitely a lesson to be learned here. No one got hurt, nothing was damaged here. The battery's fine, just waiting for that new BMS to arrive here. Alright guys, thanks for watching this build here. I'll be sure to put out another video on the completed battery pack here. Please be sure to check out my channel. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment, ask a question. Check out the next video in this series when I go ahead and complete the new battery build for the 18650 lithium solar generator / power box. Alright guys, have a good one.